your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
We are tracking a strong line of storms that stretches here from east of Peoria, west of Lincoln, and west of the Bloomington area. We did have a severe thunderstorm warning on this cell. They just expired it here at 10 o'clock, but it's still a pretty intense line that is moving off here to the east. As a matter of fact, there is just an incredible amount of lightning associated with this. You can see here's Champaign, there's Clinton. Look at all these lightning strikes. Over 700 lightning strikes here in the past 15 minutes. And we can see that on our Roofing Dog iNet camera that is in Bloomington as that line approaches from the west, really lighting up the sky tonight. We're going to come back and talk about the severe weather threats that exist with these storms when we come back. WCIA3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA3 News.
It's going to be a struggle because it's such a contact-heavy sport that you can't really, you're going to be touching.
Except now that's against the rules. What the IHSA changes mean for high school athletes. Plus, money still isn't reaching some people in need of unemployment benefits. Now officials say it's because of a glitch. And one little girl lost her stuffed animal. Now some made sure it had quite the adventure before they were reunited.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 10.
It's definitely been a struggle. We have to keep our distances.
High school athletes have to adapt to a new set of rules now that the IHSA set more restrictive guidelines during the COVID-19 pandemic. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. A spike in positive coronavirus cases prompted the IHSA to react this afternoon with new regulations. Athletes have to wear masks during indoor practices and no contact is allowed. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen has more.
Basketball practice looked a lot different in this high school gym, and so did the players. In an unexpected turn, the IHSA changed its regulations just 6 days after the Phase 4 guidelines were approved.
It's just a roller coaster ride.
Parents of student athletes were caught off guard when coaches told them about the new statewide rules. Masks are now required to be worn by everyone unless athletes are outside and practicing social distancing. Plus, no contact is allowed. That means scrimmages have been eliminated for volleyball, basketball, football, and more.
It's going to be a struggle because it's such a contact-heavy sport that you can't really, you're going to be touching it.
Monticello senior Jimmy Smith says his team is trying to understand how they can make this work on the field and into the season if they get to compete.
It's going to be definitely an experience to figure out how we're going to do this. It's all just going to be playing by ear.
Since contact isn't allowed, football players won't be able to defend, work on lineman drills, or hit. 7-on-7 competitions are out, and so are summer league basketball games.
They can't play full on, so that's kind of hard because, you know, they use their summer to get the practice in. They use their 7-on-7s to see what they need to work on for the beginning of the season.
Angie Bundy's kids play several sports. She says while the constant back and forth changes have been frustrating to keep up with, she respects keeping safety a priority.
We just kind of have to do what's best, and as parents, we have to follow the rules and, you know, keep our kids safe and have them do what's asked of them.
In the meantime, high school athletes say they'll keep practicing the best they can.
We've been working out like we have been, like there is a season, so we're just going to keep on doing that. Hopefully we get better.
Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA3, your local news leader.
The IHSA says it did this to align more closely with the Illinois State Board of Education guidelines and said more adjustments could come in the next few weeks. Employees at Danville Area Community College are trying to ease the burden of back to school for parents. They started collecting masks this week for kids at Mead Park Elementary School. They want masks of all sizes and kinds. They're hoping this will make a big difference for families.
We really want to empower students to stay in the classroom, and we do that by providing masks, so that's not the excuse to not be in school.
They'll collect masks until July 31st at the information office. The pandemic is also to blame for this. Parkland College in Champaign needs to cut dozens of employees. An email was sent to staff today which said the college needs to eliminate 65 full-time workers to deal with an expected $5 million budget deficit and a 20% drop in enrollment. No decisions have been made as to where those cuts will come, and they may not happen until August. Thousands of people throughout the state are still hitting roadblocks when applying for unemployment. Tara Clement was laid off from Kankakee Community College in in early May. She applied for unemployment benefits a few days after that, but was rejected. She applied for pandemic unemployment assistance, or PUA, but was told she couldn't get that either. She later learned she should be able to get PUA, but a glitch in the system wasn't allowing her.
Savings is running out, and I need someone from IDES to look at what's going on with me and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. I have no idea and no one to talk to.
We reached out to the Department of Employment Security, which is telling people to call and register for a call back. But Clement says she tried to do that a lot, and no one ever returns her call. The Goodwill store in Champaign will remain closed for the time being. They're waiting on test results for all employees. One tested positive for COVID-19 on Monday. The store has since been disinfected. Another county fair has canceled because of coronavirus. Organizers for the Coles County Fair made the announcement on Facebook tonight. They say they felt the decision was best for the health and safety of the community, and the fair will return next year. Coronavirus cases are up in the state. More than 1,000 positive tests were announced today. The total so far is more than 150,000. The recovery rate in the state, 94%. Another 20 people, however, died. The death toll has eclipsed 7,100. A mom in Decatur pleaded not guilty in the death of her 2-month-old. Jennifer Bishop is accused of smothering her son in February. She told police she drank an entire bottle of whiskey, a bottle of NyQuil, and took medicine before falling asleep with her child in the bed. The coroner says the baby was suffocated. Here's an update now. A U of I police officer has been fired after he was accused of sexual misconduct. Brian Tyson was suspended without pay in December. He was discharged in January. The Office for Equity and Access decided he violated the sexual misconduct policy. Tyson felt it wasn't fair for him to be discharged, and he asked for arbitration. That won't be happening as both sides reached a deal. It's now considered resolved. Tyson agreed to never work at the university again. He also has a no-contact order with the victims. New tonight, several parents and teachers are frustrated with the New Berlin School Board. They want more details about why teacher and coach Joe Kindred was fired. Our media partners at the State Journal-Register report the termination came after a law firm conducted an investigation. In tonight's meeting, parents said they wanted clarification about why it happened. Some want Kindred reinstated, and many are upset with how the board handled the situation. Two of the most prominent statues at the State House could be torn down. Speaker Michael Madigan wants the statues of Stephen Douglas and Pierre Menard removed. He said he recently read of Douglas's disturbing past as a slave owner in Mississippi and his abhorrent words toward people of color. Madigan wants to put the statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. that's across the street in a place of public prominence instead. The mayor of Champaign was selected to be part of the Bloomberg-Harvard City Leadership Training Program. It's a virtual set of seminars where mayors from across the country can learn from one another about how to navigate the complexities during the COVID-19 pandemic. Mayor Finan is among 40 mayors chosen to take part. The goal is to find new and improved ways to tackle the challenges people in their cities are facing and how to meet the needs of their communities.
I think it's important because none of us have a playbook for this. So all you can do is kind of look to other crises and how they've been managed by city leaders and professional staff and use that as guidance. But we're really in uncharted territory.
The classes will focus on several topics, including response and recovery from COVID-19 impacts. The turbines at a Douglas County wind farm have finally gone up, and some people aren't happy about it. The Douglas County wind farm was approved a little more than a year ago, but since the time it was announced, it's had opposition in the city of Newman. Mayor Jim Allen is among those opposed, but not because he's against wind energy. Allen says the decade-old ordinance the turbines were built under was meant for turbines half their size.
The rest of the people in the county of Douglas and other places will pay attention to the ordinances, will make sure that they are protected by it, because right now Douglas County residents are not protected at all.
The wind farm is looking to power 70,000 homes in Illinois when it becomes fully operational. It already has lined up a few buyers when it is. The Illinois EPA wants your thoughts on cleaning up hazard waste. The Cabot Corporation in Tuscola has had 2 close hazardous material impoundments in the 80s and 90s. The permit requires Cabot to take care of the materials for 30 years. The permit renewal isn't different than in years past, but the IEPA says the public can give its opinion until August 17th. Want to help adults continue their education? How you can get directly involved. Plus, many can't go to live performances anymore, but this one came to a group of people instead. And big changes for the Big Ten because of COVID-19, who they won't be able to play.